Hey, what's going on, everybody? Froggy Snox here. Nothing to say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Not a financial advisor. Got a little bit of the garage cleaned up. Still working on the house. Had Lowe's come in, measure the carpets out. Pretty excited about all that. What I want to talk about today is three stocks: Ape, Mullen, and Ncmi. Now, I want to go to Ape because Joey Cameron always posting really good stuff. You should follow Joey if you're not. Talking about this morning, he called a gap fill on Ape. Perfectly called. We were talking about $1.50 below $1.60 buy-in. Absolutely nailed it. I had my shares bought in at that point in time. If you want good, consistent, simple, but very valuable TA, Joey's on it every single day, man. So follow him. He's calling out possibly, potentially, a big W Foreman on the 3-month chart for AMC and Ape. This is for Ape specifically. We hit our buy zone. We're bouncing $1.50, $1.48 to $1.50 again. Double bottom, meaning we could retake right here this short, this gap down right here. All this red is nothing but short and distort. If they weren't selling synthetics at that point in time, we could be getting ready to take all that back and head out back to the $5 range, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I say this, and the catalyst is that Credit Suisse is very involved with AMC. They have no poker face whatsoever, and they pretty much just expose themselves with some of the stuff they've been tweeting and writing out in articles such as, oh, AMC's going to 98 cents and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Very telling. Bad poker face. Virtue, market maker Virtue Finance did the same thing when Doug Sifu came out. No poker face. You could tell he was really worked up. You could tell he was very, very scripted, and anytime they went off script during the interview with Al, he got very agitated. So very big tells. We all know the market's over leveraged, securities sold, not yet purchased. That is going to be the downfall of Wall Street, of big money. There's two markets. There's Wall Street and there's Main Street. Retail is Main Street. We're in the market right now with cash. We have cash money in the market. We're not over leveraged. Very strong, powerful user base that is expanding and growing across the board. We make more money every day. We're buying the market out from underneath of these hedge funds who are selling, these market makers who own hedge funds, who are selling securities they don't own. Credit Suisse just admitted it in a document that it dropped. We saw the Citadel 65 billion security sold, not yet purchased on their books. We all know that. That's what they're doing. So the fraud is there. We have the proof. They've admitted it. They're selling securities they don't own. They're massively over leveraged in the hundreds of billions of dollars, and they're going to have to clean that up. The markets can't function properly without that being cleaned up. And currently, if you didn't see the news, and I'll go back to my tweet that I did have pinned until I pinned the poll, doing a little Santa Claus rally poll, but there was a company called Finger Motion. I know it sounds a little dirty, right? They are actually retaining lawyers to go after naked short sellers that they believe are manipulating their stock. Not only is Finger Motion doing that, FNGR, here's the tweet, Sava and GTII are both apparently doing it too. And Sava was a hot topic back about 7 months ago. It was one of the stocks that Cohodes and I forgot his friend's name in Italy were talking about how Sava's research was pretty bogus. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Sava's fraudulent. I don't know if them guys were short and distorting. I don't know. But we will find out. Sava's retaining legal counsel. They're going to go after whoever is a potentially, short and distorting their stock. GTII the same, which makes me wonder why Adam Aaron is not interested in hiring Share Intel, getting Wes Christian in there to look at the flow of stock, unless Adam Aaron already knows what's going on. He just doesn't want to talk about it because he keeps his cards close to the chest. I'm pretty fed up with it personally. I hope he comes out Q3 and actually gives us some legitimate news. Linda Wilder, Sava hired a top former U.S. attorney. Thank you. I haven't done enough research on it. I've been moving. I'm missing all this big news, and I apologize for it. But setting this place up has been a complete pain. But yeah, you have 3-4 companies coming out, all hiring legal counsel to go against naked shorts. So everything that Gasparino has been saying is a complete fucking lie. Oh, naked short theory, no. Oh, dark pool theory, no. All conspiracy theories. He needs to be under investigation himself for spreading misinformation and trying to come up on national television and tell everybody they're wrong because he wants to protect his buddy Kenny. It's absolutely disgusting. So we have that going on. So I hope Adam Aaron jumps on that bandwagon. My personal theory for Q3 earnings is that he's going to come out and say, we have not sold any ape at the market. We have only sold ape through negotiated offers with City Global above $5 a share. That's what I believe he's going to come out and do. If they wanted to sell ape at the market, they would let ComputerShare sell it. But they don't. AMC has it in their contract that ComputerShare cannot sell ape. That's because they don't want institutions going to ComputerShare and buying legitimate, legally issued shares of ape at $1.50. That's what they did. They shorted this thing down. They failed to deliver it down to $1.50, and they thought they were going to buy out the entire float out from under Adam Aaron, own the company. That's not what's happening. If they were selling at the market, any institution could come out and buy 5 billion shares and own the fucking company. They would own all the voting rights. So what they're doing, excuse my language, what they're doing is Adam Aaron contracted City Global so that he can negotiate bona fide offers and say yes or no. So if somebody comes in, hey, I'll buy 100 million shares at $3, and Adam Aaron's like, nah, man. That's why he's just sitting back. He knows everybody needs a stock. Now, personally, I can't stand that he's so quiet. You guys know this. I will criticize him, but I'm not going after him personally. I'm criticizing the fact that we're sitting here at $1.50 with no information and we have to theorize, which I absolutely hate it. So Adam Aaron, tell us some friggin' news, man. We want news. Okay, on top of that, what was I? Mullen. Okay, we'll do Mullen. Mullen is at 28 cents a share. So it was down to 21 at one point, went for a nice little run. I bought a bunch more this morning. I'm not doing any TA on this so far. I need to. We've obviously seen a 21 bounce. It's really crazy to see Mullen down this low because we just got news, and I've been very critical on Mullen. I said, until I see a car running under its own power, I want nothing to do with it because it gave me bad Nikola vibes, but I didn't slam the company because I did see progress, and there's a lot of good apes out there that were in this company invested, and they did a lot of DD. Now, Mullen, I mean, they went from like, let's see, $15.99 down to 28 cents, more than that. Oh, I got my stupid compare up. Let me get rid of this. There we go. $20 down to 21 cents. I mean, what did this thing even IPO at? It was at $33 at one point, maybe on a little bit of a short squeeze. Am I on Mullen? $1,225. That can't be right. Is that what this thing IPO'd at? No. I don't know. That's a little weird. The chart don't look right. But let's just say this. Mullen has a vehicle. We've seen it driving. They're touring the United States. It's a nice car. It looks good. They've just hired 2 top GM, former GM executives. And even Investor Place is talking about it. So you have all these news outlets that we can't stand because they're always talking shit on AMC actually going, yeah, this looks pretty good, man. Blah, blah, blah. And here's why. This is what I think is happening. They've just hired 2 former GM executives. One is Paul Lauer. You can look at him on LinkedIn, 30-year GM, top dog, big guy. They also bought out an old GM factory. Apparently that's what happened. They bought out a factory to produce these cars. Now, to me, that smells like a GM buyout in the works. The stock is absolutely rock bottom, right? What happens when big money wants to gobble up a company? They short it to death. They fail to deliver. They crush the stock price, and then they come in and they buy all them shares up real cheap at 28 cents a pop, and they come out and go, oh, this is the new GM crossover electric vehicle that was formerly Mullen, right? Or they just put a G in front of Mullen, GM Mullen, whatever. But they hired 2 GM guys that are 30 plus years in the industry, a GM factory, and Biden's niece is the ESG executive for GM now. So you have Biden's niece who's pushing electric vehicles because daddy's pushing electric vehicles, obviously. You have GM that had a failed project with Nikola, which turned out to be a total scam. They were rolling cars down hills, not being produced under their own power. Nikola's gone, toast. I warned everybody about Nikola back in the day, man. I saved a lot of people a lot of money. Should have shorted it. I didn't know how to short back then. But now you have Mullen with a rather very stunning looking, it almost looks Porsche-ish. It looks like a Porsche to me. Very stunning vehicle that's driving under its own power. They're touring the country. They're giving people rides. From what I heard, what I read, pre-sales were through the roof, if not sold out. Yeah, look at Mullen stock falls despite pre-order surge. Why would a stock fall on a pre-order surge with a good vehicle while they're touring on good news? Everything's good news in this company. Why would the stock fall? Because somebody wants to buy it. And it's probably GM. And I'm telling you right now, this stock could be a huge squeeze potential because of the short interest that is being piled up on it to crush it down to 28 cents before a buyout comes in. Shorts are going to have to cover. They're going to have to buy it out, and then they're going to have to cover. So when GM buys all these shares for super cheap and you see a little surge, shorts are going to have to get out quick because that's the scam. Short and distort. Come in, buy it out. Now you own the product. You own the proprietary rights. Now you're GM and you look. It does. It looks like a Porsche, doesn't it? Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, I mean, it literally looks very Porsche, Cayenne, Porsche, Cheyenne. It's a nice looking vehicle, man. I would drive one. I love the windshield and the roof line. I think it looks great. And I'm not saying this because I'm in the stock. I mean, that's a nice looking car. On the same side, I love the Cybertruck. It's ugly as sin, but it's my style, man. I'd be bombing around town. If I ever get a Cybertruck, I'm going to get it painted up, and I'm going to get a bunch of green Apache helicopter paint on it, man. The flat green. That stuff looks awesome. I'll get all the cool little logos on it and stuff. But that's Mullen, man. I think there's a buyout coming. We had a little conversation on it this morning. My buddy Ryan from Michigan actually tweeted about it earlier, and I didn't see it, which I feel bad. I feel like I stole his stuff now, but he don't care. We don't worry about him. He said the same thing. Plus, we purchased a GM facility, and they didn't bid on Elms, but would bid and force the price up. They can buy Mullen and all its assets in a package deal. Sounds right to me. He's from Michigan. I'm from Michigan. We know how GM works, and we know how Michigan people work. And if you see them getting hired into another company, it's a shady takeover deal. We already know that. Lots of shady shit happening in Michigan, man. I'm telling you, we know these things. So yeah, lost my train of thought. I thought there was not. Let's go see if we can find his tweet. With 2 recent GM executive hires in the purchase GM plant, is Mullen setting up for 10? Yeah, he beat me to it 12 hours ago. Got to give him credit where credit's due. Why didn't he send it to me? Should have tagged me, you piece of shit. All right, so there you go. I mean, I love the theory. It's very logical theory. If you're a Mullen diehard fan and you don't want GM buying them out, I understand. I don't like GM. But if you are in Mullen and there is a potential buyout, then this is where you're going to see your price action. The vehicle's very nice. GM could come in. If they let the Mullen people run the side of GM that's going to be Mullen, if they do buy it out, it'll be successful. But the GM executives need to keep their fat little greasy fingers out of it. They ruin everything they touch. The company is out of control. The only reason they are still alive is because they got a government bailout. They need to step back and if they do buy Mullen, they need to let Mullen run Mullen. Let them be successful, and then 2-3 years later, revamp GM into the business operation and logic process that Mullen has, and cut costs and turn GM back around to being a successful company. So there we had Mullen. Just to finish up real quick, I'm a little off thought and off train. I'm still exhausted. Ncmi is now down to 38 cents a share. I absolutely love it. They still have a 3-cent dividend. Earnings is on the 7th. I am going to be listening to earnings on the 7th to make sure the dividend stays intact. If the dividend stays intact, I am probably dumping $30,000 into NCMI if the dividend stays intact to potentially make some massive gains through Q4. If you don't know what NCMI is, go look it up. I'll bring it up right now. NCMI is a company that produces, oh, come on, National Cinemedia. Company that produces the front matter to most movies and such like that. A lot of front screen advertisement type things. Really cool company. Most of the theaters have stake in this. AMC has stake in it. Cinemark has stake in it. BlackRock just dumped 70% of their position in NCMI, more or less because A, they're either trying to short it, or B, they're in really deep crap because they were manipulating, say, AMC stock, because not even, what was it, 6 months ago, BlackRock dumped like 50% of their AMC position too. But they do a lot of things for movies. We're creators of Ncmi, a fully integrated suite of products designed to innovate the movie-going experience in ways that help brands tap the excitement, emotion, and magic of movies. You see it every time you go. There's little things you can do, QR codes, everything. So they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money with advertising across multiple theater brands and names. They have a 3-cent dividend per share. So if I buy $40,000 worth of NCMI at 38 cents, I could be making 12 grand in dividends a year. And if that's dividend reinvestment for 5 years, that is a crap ton of money. So if they're going to stay intact, we're going to have a massive Q4. Then I think now for me is the best time to buy. And I'm hoping to have my cash in hand in the next couple weeks. I'm going to buy a big position in this. I may buy in lots just in case we see it down back to anywhere around 20 cents. I don't think we will. But you can see right here, look at this big red candle right here. How many volume was that? That was 21 million in volume. That's BlackRock unloading. So short, $7.90, pandemic, short it to death because they know the theaters are closed. You have a little pump back to 540, theaters recover. Now we're down to 38 cents, but their earnings have been returning. Their revenues have been returning. They beat by surprise. Q3 is probably going to be garbage. We already know that. Q3 wasn't a big quarter for movies, but Q4 is huge. We got Black Adam doing way better than anybody expected. We've got Black Panther already sold out. Wakanda Forever selling out for opening night, which is amazing. And then Avatar 2 right at Christmas. Guess what people are going to do this year? They're not going to go buy cheap toys and presents. They're going to buy gift cards, and they're going to go to the movies and make memories and have events. Consumer sentiment is changing from buying shit and crap on Amazon to buying entertainment services and events. That's what we're doing because we're coming out of COVID and we're tired of Amazon telling us what to buy every time we turn on Facebook or YouTube because you sneezed and now they say you need to buy a box of Kleenex. It freaking happens. I'm telling you. Just for me saying Monster energy drink, I'll have a Monster YouTube ad when I go in my house. That's how these algos work. So I'm going to load the boat on NCMI. I'm playing Tesla long because I believe Musk will merge Twitter, Tesla, and Starlink together to make a conglomerate, an untouchable money-making conglomerate like the world has never seen. I'm getting super heavy into NCMI for a big dividend reinvestment play for the next 3 years, which in that, if this thing runs back to $5, that's hundreds of percent gain from 38 cents back to 5 because all the numbers are coming back in Q4. Q1 2023 looks absolutely amazing in the box office. So does Q2. And then if AMC comes in with popcorn and credit cards and starts blasting in another 1.5 billion on revenue, they're good. That's good for them. That's great. And if interest rates come down, say start January, February, interest rates come down, silver and gold are going to spike, which could squeeze because JP Morgan's been manipulating it. Interest rates come back down. The inflation that's manufactured is going to go away because after midterms, it looks like, not left or right, I'm just saying it looks like conservatives are going to sweep the House and the Senate. Personally, I think that's what it looks like is going to happen. And they're going to get back to producing energy. They've got to produce energy in the United States. When they do, fuel prices will drop. The G7 just said they're going to set a fixed price for buying Russian fuel. So Russia can either take it or leave it type of situation. Putin may just say no, or he goes, yeah, okay, that's a fair price. We'll sell that to you at a fixed rate. And then energy costs come back down. The energy crisis is over. Costs come down. It doesn't cost a trucker and a company thousands of dollars to ship your freaking Kraft mac and cheese and hot dogs to Walmart anymore. Meaning that comes down, you have more money in your pocket, inflation's gone, housing market picks back up. As soon as the interest rates come down, you're going to see everybody buying everything off the housing market as quick as possible because they're scared of what happened getting up to 7.5%. So everything, I think there's going to be a Santa Claus rally. I think inflation's going to come down super quick after January. When interest rates come down, silver and gold's going to spike. Musk is going to come out, hopefully, if my theory is correct, make a conglomerate out of Twitter, Starlink, and Tesla, which is going to be an untouchable $1 trillion company. It's going to be amazing. And then Ncmi is going to recover with AMC as movie theater attendance picks up and spikes. And then I'm going to have to decide, do I want to sell my shares and lose my dividend, or do I want to take 500% in profit when this thing runs back up to the $3 to $5 range? Give me a really hard choice. We will see, though. I'm going to load as much as I can while I can. And then Mullen, 28 cents a share with an operating EV that looks stunning. It's an operational EV under its own power that looks very stunning. And you got 2 GM executives coming in. They bought a GM plan out. Smells like a takeover to me. That's what I'm screaming. So we'll see. I think we could see some major price action on Mullen coming pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it picked back up, let's just say here, to the 550 price range after the announcement of a GM buyout. Look at that gap. We've come up. They've filled that gap. It bounced 28 cents twice now, or it bounced 30. Now it's bouncing 28. But you're seeing volume pick back up. Look at that candle. Look at that candle right there that shot it up to 48 cents. That could be GM buying shares. We'll see. They do. Shorts are going to have to get out. You're going to see price action. Mullen will become part of GM. And I think it'll be really good. Let me grab some of these comments. I've rambled enough. Glad to see everybody back. Sorry I've been offline, guys. It's hard business. And if you aren't getting alerts for YouTube for me, turn your alerts off and then turn them back on for me, because it's a big problem with everybody that they're saying. Bimmer, 100%. What's up, brother? Froggy Bill, what's up, man? Mexican Boss, what's up, Froggy? What's up, guys? Good morning from Florida. Oh, man, I bet it's nice there, Raphael. Chris, what up, Spence? Yo, yo. Why is Credit Suisse stock always pumping up when they ain't doing nothing good? Because they're getting injections of cash from other banks. And basically, Credit Suisse is running around pulling money from Saudis and other banks and getting loans. They're screwing those people, man. Credit Suisse is going to collapse. So Credit Suisse is going, hey, we monitor your assets. You better give us money or you're going to lose all your money. So they're getting even more in debt, and Credit Suisse is done. There's no way for them to get out of everything they've done. They're so over leveraged, it's ridiculous. Whole market is pumping, even crypto going nuts. AMC and APR down. Yeah, it's market manipulation, man. Sava hired top former U.S. attorney. We into that. I am too. While our AA is not doing anything, corruption. He doesn't say anything in earnings. I'm done. Like I'm not gonna sell my core position. I've been in it too long to even care anymore. I'm not gonna sit here and pump it anymore, though. I mean, I'm gonna give DD and stuff on AMC and 8, but until Adam Aaron takes a stand and says, hey, our stock's being manipulated and it's crushing our company value, then there's nothing to say. I mean, he's got to come out and go, yes, we are being manipulated. There are naked shorts. He said the ape was going to give us a share count. I understand how it's going to give us a share count. Hopefully he addresses it in Q3. He's been pretty quiet lately, except for his little shark pick, which people theorize Bruce is actually the guy who heads Credit Suisse. So maybe there's something there. I don't know. I don't like the hoodoo tarot card stock investment plan. I remember Apes tried hiring a lawyer last. So Wes Christian wanted to go into AMC and have the board of directors let them install the share intel program, which monitors stock flow, which can identify phantom shares and naked shorts. They've done it with 5 other companies. Great program. It's only $37,000. Adam Aaron told one of our investors, Jack, in person, specifically, no, he would not hire them. I do not know why. You wouldn't hire them either because A, you just don't want to. B, you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. Or C, you have a plan to fix the problem already and you don't want them involved. Same way he told Mark no with the STO plan, which I thought would have been great. So, let's see. Oh, I just lost my place. Do you think they're going to partner with GM like Rivian did with Ford? I do. I think Mullen is going to be part of GM very soon. Projected sales AMC 950 million, 11.8. Oh, yeah. Q3 they already said it wasn't going to be that good, but last time when we had a bad Q1, we came out with a surprise anyways. Like it came out and it was pretty good. And we did have some action in Q3. I wouldn't be surprised if Q3 came out and did better than they thought it would, which will be a really good thing because Q4 is going to break records. Q4 is going to break box office records, guaranteed. Froggy, good morning to you. I wish something would just fly already. Yeah, me too, man. Maybe just a partnership with GM and Mullen. Maybe. I don't know, but I know GM ain't just going to play games and say partnership. They're going to go in, they're just going to buy it out and tell the Mullen team, you guys stay intact and operate. We'll see, though. Does AMC squeeze before end of year? Yeah, like, okay, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, Jim. Will AMC squeeze before end of year? Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. I hope it does. Hope it does for you and for everybody. Yeah, Highcroft mine up 16%. Awesome. That's cool. So if you bought, let's say you bought a bunch of dips at 63 cents this morning. Say you bought a bunch at 63 cents in this past couple weeks. You're up 16% right now. You could take lot profits, meaning the lot of shares you bought in this range right here. You can go in and open your trade, especially on Fidelity. Go to trades, and then you open it up and you put specific lots, and you can sell and take profits on the lots you just bought, or you can hold it. But if it dumps back down to 63 cents, you're going to be like, oh, man, I'm starting to take lot profits and then rebuying back at bottom, and it's working really good. So nice for the Highcroft people. Right on. Oh, well, gold is up. Is that silver? Silver is up 5%. Gold is up 2%. That is a good sign. I wonder what the news is. Come on. XAUSG. XAUSD spiking. Up 16%. What's the news? Maybe JP Morgan's having a meltdown. JP Morgan's been manipulating precious metals. Let's go check around. What's going on? October jobs report solid, making Fed's inflation fight harder. Jobs data strong. I don't know if it would just be jobs data. Don't see anything. And it's not any Highcroft news. It's just silver and gold spiking. Sorry, I want to figure out what's going on. Does anybody know? Let's see. Let's check the comments. Anybody in the comments, do you guys know what's going on with silver and gold? If you got news, drop it. Positive market response to the earnings call. CNK Cinemark jumped 5.6%. Posted better than expected revenue, loss of 20 cents a share compared to 65. So Cinemark posted better Q3. Interesting news. That means AMC should be posting than expected. Nice. Wolf of My Street's a good follow too, guys. You should go follow him. Okay, well, that's all I had for the day. I'm going to peruse around and try to figure out what's going on with silver and gold, because silver is up 6%, which is absolutely perfect. I'm telling you guys, when inflation starts coming down, silver is going to spike like crazy. And if you didn't see the results they just came back with, that Adam Aaron retweeted from Diane Garrett, who I really like, Diane Garrett. The results for the silver, there's one good gold find, but the results for the silver find are Oh, they came out with their Q3 financial results too. But right here, these numbers, let me explain them to you. So grams per ton, that's what you're talking about here. AU, AG. So AU is gold. This is the grade that they found grams per ton in the lots that they drilled, right? You can see the whole numbers in the intervals. So right here's a decent one, 1.06 grams of gold per ton. But in that same hole, they're getting 58 grams of silver per ton. Here they're getting 0.48 grams of gold, but 50 grams per ton of silver. So silver and gold in the same hole, good. But right here, including, you have these 358 grams per ton of silver is insane. That means they're in like a Midas style vein. Coming down here, you have some really big deposits too. This is a notable one right here. Hole H22R 5652, 6.06 grams of gold per ton of ore mined, which is extremely good. That's a high grade find. But also, they have silver in the same hole. So they're getting close to mineralization, which is going to be very good. The timing's perfect. Inflation's going to come down in January. They're going to restart mining in 2023, as per words from Diane Garrett. So as silver and gold spike, Highcroft doubles or triples their production because they'll finish their leach pads and they'll be doing the POX processing. And I have a theorem too that they're actually going to be producing low levels of uranium that Sprott is going to be buying off the back of the company, because POX processing will do silver, gold, uranium, and I think copper. I'm not sure, but I know it does uranium. So very good all around for Highcroft going into 2023. And shorts and everybody can say what they want, but when silver and gold spike and go bananas, Highcroft values immensely. They have more silver than any other mine in the United States, located in the ground with the equipment to get it out, and now they can process it on site. So really, really awesome stuff there. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for coming. Please like and subscribe. Got to get the viewer count back up. We'll be doing the big earnings call coming up soon. You guys have a great day. Earnings call for AMC. Have a great day. Froggy's